Welcome to another HydroFathom 2023 Watershed Series video. Our 2023 Watershed Series focuses on one of the rainiest years in California. The year 2023 was the rainiest year in California in 50 years. This video examines how a small creek grows after heavy rains and expands so much that it literally busts its bank, leaving the small channel where it normally flows to reverse down drainage pipes and flood low-lying areas. In our home city, San Luis Obispo, 6.4 inches of rain fell in one day on January 9, 2023. This video shows locations detailed in our San Luis Obispo Creek dry season video. See that video for a full review of the San Luis Obispo watershed. This video compares certain locations, showing them just 2 days after this rain fell and later during the dry season. Flow in the San Luis Obispo Creek varies widely, with winter flows being up to 1,000 times greater than late fall flows. At HydroFathom, we often discuss the impact of 1 inch of rain on a watershed. In the case of the San Luis Obispo Creek watershed, 1 inch of rain means about 1.5 billion gallons of water will fall from the sky. So when over 6 inches of rain falls on the watershed, about 10 billion gallons of water must drain from the land. People often fail to consider the weight of rainfall. In one rainy January day in the fall of 2023, almost 10 billion pounds of water fell from the sky onto the land surrounding San Luis Obispo. Much of this rain fell at elevation, which means the water gains speed and energy as it travels. The highest point in the watershed stands at 2,500 feet, and the creek stretches up to 18 miles from the ocean. Imagine a car rolling down a hill, gaining speed and momentum, sliding down a hill 18 miles long and dropping 1/2 mile along the way. Similarly, water pools together and scampers off this steep watershed, being confined by natural terrain and human management all along the way, while being constantly accelerated by gravity. During heavy flows, the main flow of water arrives at the ocean just a few hours after falling from the sky. In this video, we see a creek flowing at a 50-year high, a creek which contains the most energy that it has in 50 years. This video shows in miniature the tremendous power of rainfall and flooding. When considering floods, please note the following factors just mentioned: watershed area, elevation, extreme rainfall amounts. Note the main channels and their pathways. Think, are there restrictions that funnel flow, or is the land flat? Each watershed drains differently. San Luis Obispo County alone contains 25 watersheds. This is just one, literally just a dot on the United States map. Now we will watch the creek flow through the city past a series of local landmarks which are named to help orient the viewer. People in one location, such as the city of San Luis Obispo, may wonder where floodwaters originated, but they fail to account for the land that spreads in the backcountry at higher elevations near their homes. In this town, most of the water in the creek enters prior to the creek arriving in the city. More water joins the creek in the city before it leaves. Consequently, most of the creek water flows right through the town after rain fell in hills above the city. In order to assess flood risk, a person not only needs to understand what is happening near them, but also around them in a wider area. One method to adapt to flooding involves leaving aside certain land for targeted flooding, a floodplain which absorbs surges naturally. The San Luis Obispo Creek watersheds includes this type of area. Here, flood-tolerant apple trees stand in a known flood zone that can slow the surge of raging floodwaters. This strategy allows the water to exit the city quickly, but then spread out prior to racing down the final mile of the creek where a small village lies along the beach. The dual nature of this area allows commercial and environmental success along this corridor.
You can see right there, I don't know what that is, some sort of wood in that tree. But that's how high the water must have got because it pushed that up into there.
Across centuries, the water cycle at this creek has persisted. Every year, the rains mostly visit in January and February, then subside into April. Afterwards follows a period of 6 months with virtually no rain. Around October, light rains begin to fall, and during late fall, periodic rains become more frequent. Every year for thousands of years, this has occurred. Fish, mammals, birds, insects, and amphibians all enjoy the continuous bounty of the earthly water cycle. As tradition holds, we place a stick at the point where the watershed meets the ocean, here at Avila Beach.